And then I'm going to give everybody a choice here. You can start out in a seat or you can start out in child's pose today, whichever feels better. We will all make it to the same spot, so feel free to choose your starting position for today. And then wherever you are, you can gently begin to close your eyes here, just kind of settling into the space, settling into the body. If you are in your seat, make sure your sit bones are rooted firmly on the mat beneath you, elongating the spine from the root all the way to the top of your head. Shoulder blades are relaxed back and down. Nice dignified posture if you are in your seat. If you're in a child's pose, just allow your knees to go as wide as is comfortable here. And then your belly can either rest on your thighs or in between your thighs, depending upon the position of your legs. Your hips might not be all the way down onto those heels, but that is okay. Just a gentle hip opener here. And then if you're in child's pose, you can feel free to walk your fingertips to the top of the mat, opening up the side bodies. And then wherever you are in a seat or in child's pose, let's take a few big breaths. As we inhale, we expand the front, sides, and back of the rib cage. And as we exhale, we release and we let go. Full breath in, expanding the rib cage on all sides. Full breath out to release and to let go. Let's do 3 more big rounds of breath at your own pace. One more big breath. Expand on the inhale. And release on the exhale. You can gently begin to blink open the eyes here. And then from wherever you are, we'll make our way over to a tabletop position. So if you're in child's pose, you'll just crawl your way up into tabletop. If you're in a seat, just cross over those ankles and find the posture. And then we'll take any moves you want to here. If you want to wiggle those hips side to side gently, you can. You can do little neck circles. You can do traditional cat-cow if you'd like to, but just take a moment to come into the body. This tabletop position is something we visit almost every class. And so just take note of how it feels right here today. Any movement side to side, forward, backward, cat-cow, whatever you want to do for a few breaths here, please feel free. And as we move, whatever those postures are for you, find full breaths in. And find releasing breaths out. We'll find 3 more full rounds of breath here. And then let's come back to our neutral tabletop position. Shoulders are stacked over wrists here, knees directly under hips or slightly behind those hips. Root down firmly through your right hand. We're going to open up to the left side of the room. Take your left fingers to the sky. Inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to leave that left arm underneath the body, coming onto the shoulder and the cheek. Pause here. Full breath in. And a breath out. Inhale again. And exhale. And then we'll open up on our next inhale to the left side of the room again. And then as we exhale, that left hand is going to come down onto the mat. We'll take a pause here to reset. Make sure your shoulders are over your wrists, knees directly under hips or slightly behind. And then we'll root down through that left hand, opening up to the right side on an inhale. And then we'll weave that right arm under on our exhale, coming onto the cheek. Finding a full inhale here. And a full exhale. 2 more, big breath in. And out. 1 more time, inhale here. And exhale. And then we'll inhale to open up when you're ready. And then we'll exhale, right hand comes down. Good, we're gonna walk those hands forward like we're coming into down dog. But we're gonna find puppy pose here. So your hips are high. Your arms walk forward, allowing your chest to come down a bit. Maybe you can bring your chest and your head to the floor, maybe not. Rooting down through both hands. Hips stay up nice and high. Full breath in. And a breath out. And then we'll walk those hands back to our tabletop position here. We'll do 1 round of cat-cow together. Let's inhale to drop the belly. Lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. Exhale to push the mat away. Finding our neutral tabletop position here. Set those knees about 5 inches behind those hips if they haven't made it there already. Restack your shoulders over your wrists. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, hips to sky, downward facing dog. Finding a big full breath all the way in. And a full breath all the way out. Beautiful postures, everybody. Sit bones are the highest part of the body here. Rooting down firmly through both hands. And let's take 1 more breath. Inhale here. And exhale. Send your hips a little higher. Take our little baby steps towards the top of the mat. Finding a forward fold right here. Bringing hands to shins. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to fold down. Twice more, hands come to shins. Lifting up halfway, flat back. Exhale to fold down. And then once more, hands coming to shins. Inhale as we come up halfway. And then we'll exhale to fold all the way down. Root down through both feet to bring that torso all the way up to standing. Drawing hands overhead, palms pressed together. Maybe gaze up at your thumbs. Find an exhale, drawing hands to heart center. Let's pause here just for a moment. Take a big breath in. Find a breath out. Inhale to reach your arms all the way overhead. Exhale to fold forward. Hands come to shins. Inhale to lift up halfway. And then we're going to plant those hands, step back to downward facing dog. Take your time. Sit bones are the highest part of the body. Rooting down through all 4 corners of each palm. Pressing firmly into the mat. Full breath in. And a full breath out. 1 more inhale. Find that exhale. We'll send those hips a little higher. Take those baby steps towards the top of the mat again, everybody. Hands come to shins. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to fold down. 1 more time. Hands come to shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then we'll come all the way up to standing. Palms come together overhead, maybe gazing up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Pause here, take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Inhale, arms reach up overhead, gaze up at those thumbs. Exhale to fold forward over those thighs. Halfway lift on an inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. One more breath. Sending those hips up a little higher. Take your baby steps to the top of the mat. Forward fold once you arrive. One breath here. Inhale to halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to come all the way up here. Palms pressed together, gaze up at those thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause here, full round of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold forward. Hands come to shins, lifting up halfway. And then we'll plant those hands, stepping back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Inhaling the right leg towards the ceiling. We're going to bend the right knee, open the hip here, and make some big hip circles. We'll take it the other direction. And then on an inhale, we're going to extend that leg towards the wall behind us, square off the hips. On an exhale, we're going to step it all the way forward, dropping the back knee down, coming into a low leg lunge on this first side. Good. So stack that right knee on top of that right ankle. Your back knee's behind that back hip here. Leveling and squaring those hips as much as we can. Shoulder blades are back and down. Arms reach up. Full breath in. And a full breath out. Inhaling again. And exhale. One more breath in, everybody. And then we're going to frame that front foot. Come up onto your fingertips here. We're going to send those hips back, coming into a little bit of a hamstring stretch. We're going to move a little bit with breath here. So in this posture, your hip and your knee in the back are in a line. Front leg is as straight as you can get it. Hips are as square as they can go. Full breath in. And a breath out. And then we're going to inhale to bend into the knee, so we're back into our lunge. And then we're going to exhale to straighten the leg again. Inhale, coming forward, bend that knee. Exhale to straighten that front leg. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, taking it back. And then one more time, everybody. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, take it back. Pause here. Find a full breath in. And a full breath out. And then we're going to make our way forward, planting the left hand, taking the right fingers to the sky, finding our twist. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath in. As we exhale, we'll frame that front foot. Lift your back knee off the ground and step back to a high plank. Pause here for a moment. Zip up your entire abdominal wall. Shoulders are over wrists. Find a full inhale. And then exhale, hips to sky, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And a breath out. We'll inhale that left leg towards the ceiling. Bend that knee, open the hip, and then make those big hip circles on this side. We'll take it the other direction. And then we'll inhale that leg straight behind us, squaring off those hips. Exhale to step it forward, dropping the back knee down onto the mat, finding our low leg lunge on this side. So stack that left knee on top of that left ankle. Back knee is behind that back hip. And then we'll square off those hips as much as we can here. Shoulder blades are on the back. Big breath in. And a breath out. Inhale it again. Exhale. Find one more breath in. As we exhale, we're going to frame that front foot. Let's stay up on those fingertips here as we straighten that left knee this time. Coming into our half split here. So our alignment, hips are square, hips are over that back knee. This front leg is as straight as you can get it. And then we'll move a little bit with breath here. So let's inhale forward. Exhale to straighten that left knee. Inhale it forward. Exhale to straighten. Inhale, crawl it forward. Exhale to straighten. Once more each way. Inhale forward. Exhale to straighten. Let's stay here for a moment. Find a full breath in. Find a full breath out. And then we'll inhale our way forward. Root your right hand down, the left fingers to the sky, finding the twist on this side. Beautiful. Big breath in here. And a breath out. One more inhale, everybody. And then we'll exhale that left hand down. Lift your back knee off the ground. Step back to a high plank. Pause here. Zip up your entire abdominal wall. Shoulders stacked over those wrists. Take an inhale. Exhale, hips to sky, downward facing dog. Full breath in. And a breath out. Two more breaths, everybody. Inhale. And exhale. Once more. Full breath in. And a big breath out. Send your hips a little higher. Walk your feet towards your hands. Forward fold at the top of the mat. This time we can grab opposite elbows here in this forward fold. If you want to reach down and grab your toes, use your peace sign fingers, right? Those two fingers. In between your first two toes, like you're wearing a flip-flop. And then your toes can pull your torso down. Torso pulls those toes up. Getting a little deeper forward fold here. Full breath in. And a breath out. One more time. Inhale here. And exhale. Then we're going to release those hands. Bring hands to shins, lifting up halfway, finding a flat back. Inhale. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Palms pressed together overhead, easing up at those thumbs. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Pause here. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold forward. Hands come to shins. Inhale, lifting up halfway. And then listen for the change, everybody. As we exhale, we're going to step the left foot to the back of the mat. Just coming into our crescent lunge from a different direction this time. Back knee stays lifted. Full crescent lunge on this side. So your right foot is forward, right knee stacks on top of that ankle. Hips are square and level. Shoulder blades are on the back. Find a big breath in. And a breath out. Inhale again. And exhale. One more time. Inhale here. And then we're going to take an upright twist. So the torso is going to twist to the right side here. Stay nice and tall. Arms reach forward and backward. Full round of breath in. And out. And then we'll inhale ourselves back to center, crescent lunge here. As we exhale, hands are going to come down. Step your back foot forward about halfway. Coming into another hamstring stretch here, pyramid pose. So your back toes are going to point out slightly, front toes are forward. Flat palms or fingertips or shin, whatever you need here. And then do whatever we can to square those hips. Full inhale. And a full exhale. One more breath, everybody. Inhale here. And exhale. And then we're going to step our left foot all the way forward to meet our right foot. Forward folding at the top of the mat. Hands come to shins. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale to fold down. Rooting down to rise all the way up. Palms pressed together overhead once you arrive. Gazing up at those thumbs. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Take a moment here, everybody. Find an inhale. Find an exhale. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold forward. Hands come to shins. Inhale, lifting up halfway. And then this time we'll plant those hands, step the right leg to the back of the mat, coming into our crescent lunge with left foot forward. Left knee stacks on top of the left ankle. Nice hip opener on that right side. Hips are as square and level as you can get them. Shoulder blades are on the back. Full inhale here. And out. One more round of breath right here. And then we'll inhale to stay strong in those legs. We're going to exhale with that upright twist here. Torso rotates to the left. Fingers reach forward and backward, keeping shoulders over hips as much as we can. Full round of breath in. And a breath out. And then we'll inhale ourselves back to our crescent lunge. Your arms reach up, facing forward. And then as we exhale, those hands are going to come down. Your right foot will step about halfway forward, finding our pyramid pose on this side. So left toes point forward, right toes point out slightly. Square those hips, my friends. Hands can come to shin. You can go fingertips. You can go flat palms. Full breath in. And out. Inhale one more time. And exhale. And then that right foot is going to step forward to meet the left. Forward fold at the top of the mat. Check in with those hamstrings. You can grab opposite elbows again. You can grab your big toes. If you would like to start to work your hands underneath your feet, you're welcome to come into that posture. Two more breaths, everybody. One more breath. And then we'll unhook whatever we've got, elbows or toes. Hands come to shins. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale to fold down. Inhale to come all the way up to standing, palms pressed together, overhead, gaze up at those thumbs. Exhaling, hands to heart center, pause here. Find an inhale. And an exhale. Inhale to reach up. Exhaling to fold forward. Hands come to shins. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Plant those hands. Step back to your high plank. Pause here for alignment. A little bit of strength building as we hold. Shoulders over wrists. Zip up your core. Full breath in. And a breath out. And then we're going to bring those knees down to the mat. Take the hips to the heels for a child's pose moment here. Find a big breath in. And a breath out. Inhale again. And exhale. Two more breaths, everybody. Full inhale. Full exhale. Once more, big breath in. And a breath out. We'll make our way through a tabletop. Take your time here, setting yourselves back up into downward facing dog. There's no rush. We will all get there. We'll check alignment as we go here. Spread your fingers wide. Root down through all four corners of each palm. Sit bones are the highest part of the body. Pressing into those hands to press your chest towards your thighs. Take a big breath in. And a breath out. Inhale the right leg towards the ceiling. Bend that right knee, open that hip, and pause here. We're stacking right hip on top of left. Pelvis is open to the right side of the room, and try to square your shoulders off again. That's probably the hardest part. Take an inhale. And an exhale. And then as we inhale, we'll reach that leg behind us, squaring the hips. We'll exhale to step it forward, finding our crescent lunge again on this side. Beautiful. Take a breath in and a breath out. Staying here for one more inhale. And then we'll exhale to open to warrior two. Good. Check alignment here. Right knee stacks on top of that right ankle. Shoulders are over hips. Let's sink into this thigh, everybody. And then we're reaching arms forward and backward. Full breath in. And a breath out. One more inhale here. And exhale. We're going to bring the right forearm to the right thigh. Left fingers to the sky, finding our side angle pose here. Press firmly through your back foot. That's going to be your left foot. And press your right forearm into your right thigh, thigh into forearm. Full breath all the way in. And a breath out. And then right from here, we're going to find triangle pose, everybody. Different way to get into this posture. So you're going to stay with your torso. You're going to start to straighten that right knee here. And then that right hand is going to come down onto the floor or the shin or the foot. Beautiful. Good. Big breath in. And a breath out. You can keep your left arm where it is or hover it above your left ear, getting really long through your left side body. One more breath in here. And a breath out. And then take that left arm back up towards the ceiling. We're going to reverse this here. So bend back into your right knee. Bring your forearm back to your thigh. And then come back to warrior two. Look at that. Beautiful. And then we'll flip the right palm. Reach that right hand back towards the wall behind us. One big inhale here. And then we'll exhale to cartwheel down. Frame that right foot. Step back to downward facing dog. Big breath in. And a breath out. Inhaling the left leg towards the ceiling. We're going to bend the left knee, open the hip, and pause here. Stacking left hip on top of right. Pelvis is open to the left side of the room. Try to square those shoulders. Full breath in. And a breath out. And then we're going to inhale that leg long behind us, square off the hips. Exhale to bring it forward, crescent lunge on this side. Find your alignment first before we go anywhere. Hips square to start, left knee stacks. Take a big inhale. And then we'll exhaling, opening up to warrior two on this side. Shoulders are over hips. Pressing firmly through both feet here. Find a big breath in. And a breath out. And then we're going to inhale the left forearm to the left thigh. Right fingers to the sky. Maybe we gaze up at that right thumb. Press firmly through that right foot here. Left forearm presses into left thigh. Big breath in. And a breath out. And then we're going to carefully come into triangle here, starting to straighten that left knee, bringing the left hand down to shin, foot, or floor. Right fingers continue to reach up. Big breath in. And a breath out. You can stay here with your right hand or hover the right arm above the right ear. One more breath here. And then bring that right arm back up if it's hovered. We're going to bend into that left knee again, everybody. Bring the left forearm back to the left thigh. And then bring our torso back up to warrior two. And then we're gonna flip the left palm, reach that left hand back, rotate, inhale. And then as we exhale, cartwheel those hands down, stepping back to downward facing dog. Full breath in. And a breath out. Twice more, let's inhale. And exhale. One more time, big breath in. And a full breath out. Then we'll send those steps a little higher. Walking those feet towards those hands. Forward fold at the top of the mat, check it out. You can grab opposite elbows, you can grab your toes, you can work your hands underneath your feet. Just see how this forward fold feels. We'll take 3 breaths here. One more breath. And then we're gonna unhook the hands, whatever we have. Put a little bend in the knees here and bring both hands to the hips. So we wanna make sure we're stacked here. Even if you have a bend in your knee, you're stacked. You can have straight legs if you want to, but it's gonna be a little easier to bend those knees. And then we're gonna keep the left hand on the left hip, bring the right hand down onto the floor in between your feet. We're gonna start to open towards the left side, rooting down through that right hand. You'll bend deeper into your right knee and you'll straighten your left knee. Torso opens up to the left. And then you can stay here with your hand on your hip, or you can bring your left hand to the sky. You can also play a little bit with this posture and take your left hand behind your lower back to open up your chest. Lots of options here. Bit of an ITBN stretch, hamstring stretch, glute stretch on this side. Full breath in. And a breath out. Let's inhale again. And exhale. And then we're gonna bring the left hand and the right hand both down here. Bend your knees. And then we're gonna switch sides. So put your right hand on your right hip. Your left hand is in front of your feet, right in the middle. And then we're gonna open the torso up to the right side. So you'll begin to straighten your right knee, bend deeper into your left. And then you can keep your hand on your hip, or you can rotate a little further, bring that right arm up. You can also take your right hand behind your lower back. That is up to you. Full breath in. Breath out. Take another inhale. And another exhale. And then let's come back to center here. We're bending into both knees. And then we're gonna bring both hands back to our hips, torso coming all the way up to standing here. Shake it out. Woo! Good, we're gonna do one balancing pose today, everybody. I'll turn to face you. You can face whatever direction you wanna face here. We'll do tree pose today, but we can play with those arms a little bit. So you can pick whichever side you wanna pick first, right? Whatever side feels good. You can kickstand your foot. You can bring your foot to your calf. You can bring your foot to your inner thigh. If you want to do something a little different, you can take that foot in front of that hip and find a half bind here, right? So a little bit different. And then with those arms, you can make whatever shape you want to make, finding your tree today. Strong and steady. If you fall out of it, it's okay. We'll take 3 breaths wherever you are. One more breath. Good, and then those legs stay. Bring your hands back to heart center, really testing that balance on this one. And then that foot will come down, you can shake it out. Then we'll take it to the other side. Whatever shape on the first side, we can make on the second side. So you can kickstand, you can bring your foot to your calf, you can come to the inner thigh here, or you can do a little fancy half bind. Good, whatever feels good for you. And then again, those arms, make whatever shape you wanna make. You can be a tree in the wind, whatever tree you wanna make here. We'll take 3 big breaths, strong and steady. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Keep those legs, my friends. Arms come all the way back to heart center. And then those legs can come down. Good. Shake it out. Beautiful. Let's inhale to reach all the way up. Palms pressed together. Let's exhale to fold forward. Hands come to shins, lifting up halfway. And then as we exhale, let's plant those hands, step back to our high plank. Pause here. Shoulders are over those wrists. Zip up your entire abdominal wall. We're going to do a little core work here in this plank. So we're going to take our knees down to a hover right above the ground, and then we're going to press back to a high plank. Shoulders stay over those wrists. Inhale, knees come to a hover right above the ground. Exhale, high plank. Twice more, everybody. Inhale, knees to a hover. Exhale to high plank. One more time. Inhale, knees to a hover. Stay here. We're going to take an extra breath. Big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. Exhale, high plank to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Big breath in. And a breath out. One more time, everybody. Inhale. And exhale. And then we're going to send those hips a little higher. Walk, step, or jump this time. You can take your feet outside your hands, finding yogi squat. One yogi squat today. So I'll show you this way. If you find that your heels are elevated off the ground, you want to scoot your feet out as wide as you need to get your heels down. And then sometimes we might notice that our knees are collapsing in so that you're more on the inside of your foot. Use the strength of your glute to take that knee out wider, knees out wider. So the toes and knees go in the same direction. And then you can play with your arms here. You can come to prayer. You can come more to a goddess with your upper body if you'd like to. And then we did another little change in this posture earlier this week. One hand came down, the other to the sky. If you want to play around with that posture, you're welcome to do that. All right, so we'll stay a little bit in this yogi squat today. Play as you'd like to. If you're feeling crow pose on a Friday, you can certainly go into the arm balance, but that is not required. I'm going to hang out right here in my yogi squat. We're going to take 5 breaths, everybody, wherever you are. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Good, plant those hands down, send your hips to the sky. Keep those feet wide here for a second. Just check out those hips for a minute. Woo. And then we're gonna heel toe those feet all the way back together here. And then we're gonna bring those glutes all the way down onto the ground, finding a boat pose posture. Beautiful. So we're on our sit bones. You can start out with hands on hamstrings if you'd like to. Bent knee is great. If you want to take your arms straight, you're welcome to do that. If you want to bring arms up or take legs straight, you're welcome to any of those. Let's take 3 breaths. One more breath, everybody. And then we'll draw those knees into the chest. Woo. Sending those legs forward, toes up towards the sky. Rooting down through both sit bones here. We're going to inhale to reach all the way up. Exhale to fold forward over those legs, taking it as far as you can. Let's take 2 more breaths. One more breath. We'll bring that torso back up again here. We're going to bend the right knee. Keep the right foot planted on the floor to the inside of that left thigh. And then we'll take our right hand down to the floor behind our right butt cheek. Left arm up on an inhale. And then we'll exhale, taking our twist to the right here. Torso staying up as tall as you can. Full breath in. And a breath out. One more time, inhale. And exhale. And then we'll come on back to center, straightening out both legs. You can shake it out. And we'll take the twist to the other side, drawing your left foot in, foot flat on the floor to the inside of your right thigh. Left hand comes to the floor behind our left butt cheek here. Inhale that right arm up. Exhale, take the twist. Full breath in. Breath out. Inhale it again. And exhale. And then we're going to come back to center. Both legs are forward here. And then we're going to slowly make our way down onto our backs, one vertebrae at a time. Once you make it all the way down, you can hug your knees into your chest, giving yourself a big hug here. You can gently rock side to side if you'd like to. And then we'll come back to center. And I'll set us up for a twist on each side. If you have a twist that you would like to take today, you can certainly feel free to take your favorite twist. Otherwise, plant your feet on the floor, keep your knees bent. Take your arms out to the side, taking up as much space with that upper body as you'd like to. And then we'll take a full breath all the way in. We'll exhale those knees to the right, taking a gentle twist on this side. And then we'll inhale those knees back to center here. And then we'll exhale, knees falling to the left. If you made a different shape, please feel free to set yourself up for whatever twisting shape you prefer here. And then we'll inhale our knees back to center. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Let's find a happy baby here. Reaching in between your knees, grab your arches, your ankles, your calves, your toes, whatever it is you can grab here. You can play around with this posture a little bit today. You can rock side to side. You can bend one knee and have the other leg straight and then switch. You can kind of play with that pose. We'll take 4 more happy baby breaths here. And then we'll come back to center, draw your knees in together, forearms come around your shins. And then take a moment here, see if there's any other postures you would like to take. We have a few more moments. You can bring the bottoms of your feet together, let your knees fall out to the side. You can take your legs straight up in the air if you'd like to. Point and flex your feet if that feels good. You can take your legs all the way overhead, big toes finding the floor above and behind you. Plenty of options here. We'll take a few breaths, a little bit of finishing yogi playtime, whatever it is that you need in this moment. And then we'll draw ourselves back to center from wherever you are. If a lying butterfly stretch is what is going to feel good for your final Shavasana today, you can stay there. You can also make your way over to your closest wall and take legs up the wall if you want to. Or you can find traditional Shavasana. Legs go long. Feet out nice and wide. If you're headed for waterfall where your legs are up the wall, you want to scoot your butt to be all the way against the wall too, making it completely restorative. Beautiful. And then wherever you are, take a full breath all the way in. Take a big breath out. Relaxing completely into the support of the earth beneath you, enjoying full Shavasana. Let's take a full breath all the way in wherever we are. And a full breath all the way out. Gently beginning to wiggle fingers and toes. Gently rolling the wrists and the ankles. When you feel ready, you can extend your arms all the way overhead. Get as long as you can here through the torso. And then take a big breath all the way in. Exhaling your knees into your chest, forearms around shins, give yourself a big hug. When you feel ready, you can make your way over to your favorite side in a fetal position. And then we'll take a moment in this posture, as we always do, to call to mind who in our lives we are grateful for. With a heart full of gratitude, using both hands to bring you up to a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like and feels like for you. Drawing hands together at heart center, eyes gently closed once you arrive. We'll close our practice today with one more round of breath together, finding a full inhale and an exhale. The light inside of me loves and honors the light inside each of you. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Great job. Thanks for logging on early. I'll try not to double book myself again.
Thanks, Courtney.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. I'll see you guys soon. Great job.
Thank you.
Thank
Courtney.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. So good. Yay. Thanks, friends.